It's tax day. If you're watching me and you haven't done your taxes, I hate to say this, shut us off. Go do your taxes. Don't shut us off. Just go do your taxes. It's that day. Or file an extension. Call Scott Cochran out at Muscatine Tax. Be like, yo, we're not ready. Holy cow, we're live. Tell Scott Chris sent you. Do the extension. He knows what to do. We're back, and we have. It was a busy weekend. Muscatine Symphony did a tremendous job on Saturday night with Red, White, and Blue. Absolutely. And again, as you all know, I don't know music, and Dan laughs every time I say that, but it was George Gershwin's the 100th anniversary of Rhapsody in Blue, which I didn't even know what that was, but I actually did know what it was. It's part of a 50-state initiative that Iowa was represented by the Muscatine Symphony. And it was just probably the most electric experience I've had from the symphony since I've been around them. It was absolutely enjoyable. Actually, before I just start bringing them into the conversation, Dan, would you introduce yourself real quick, and then we'll talk for just a quick second.
Yeah, Dan Laaveg, music director at Wesley, and also serve on the Jackson Concert Series Committee.
Yeah, so that's why Dan obviously knows my lack of knowledge on music. But they had some of the brass was back behind, some was up on each side of the balcony, and it was like bouncing. And it was just this all-encompassing musical experience, which was really cool. So anyway, it just goes to show what a great venue Wesley is, and what a great segue. It's almost as if I planned that, to talk about the Jackson Concert Series. So for those that don't know, could you give us a quick overview of what the Jackson Concert Series is as a whole? And then I want to dive into what we're going to experience on Thursday.
Yep. So we provide free concerts to the community of artists of distinction, usually around 8 or so per year. Many of them we kind of do on our own, like people maybe contact us, or others, like this coming Thursday, are ones that are done in association with the Quad City Arts Visiting Artist Series. So these are afternoon concerts versus many of ours are evening.
Right, and that's, I mean, I think it works out really well because a lot of, it's something different, right? And as part of I'm pretty sure last year's Quad City Visiting Artist was, I can't remember her name.
Martha Redbone.
Martha, yes, thank you. And it gives you guys, you pull in these performers that I'm going to say have no business being in Muscatine, right?
Where it's something new.
It's something new. It's something completely on spec, and you kind of punch above your weight. You know, like you pull in some really cool stuff, and I have a feeling this one's going to be right there with it. And I don't know how to say this. Who's coming on Thursday?
Wanees Zarour.
Wanees Zarour. Okay. I think I got it. And we have, let's go to the first clip and let's just show people so that they have an idea of what this is, and then we'll swing back and talk about it for just a little bit. Chris, could you fire up the first one? So that was, I think, probably the best illustration of what's going to happen on Thursday. It's a Palestinian-American immigrant who is from Chicago, and it's just like this blend. Well, I guess you tell me, like, I'm trying to make up the words for this. How would you describe it, Dan?
Up in the Middle East, and so first he started on violin when he was 7, and then he started getting into kind of Middle Eastern traditional music. Came to the U.S. about age 15 or 16, and really got into jazz. And he was seeing some similarities between jazz and the Middle Eastern music that he was growing up with. So it's very improv music, high energy.
Yeah, and that's, again, for the guy that's not exactly a music connoisseur, if you can keep it upbeat and exciting, you got me all day long, right? It's just, I'll stay engaged, and I love it. I mean, I know nothing about it, but I love it. And that's what I think is so cool about stuff like this is, I've never heard anything like that before, right?
Yep.
I mean, like, theoretically, I'm sure I probably have, but
maybe in a movie or
maybe
just
in a,
very little.
Right, very little. And just to kind of see that there's this whole other world out there, right? And that's what I love about what you guys do with the Jackson Concert Series. And, we talk about this. Everything we do in Muscatine, there's this broader world out there that we don't always see, right? And it's not just Muscatine, it's everywhere. Like, you just kind of get in your groove and you do your thing. And I love how you guys are able to, like, say, yep, that's awesome. Because you guys do a bunch of, especially at Wesley, you guys do a bunch of just great, like, local stuff. And we'll get to all that stuff in just a minute. But you pull in these really unique things that you aren't going to be able to experience any other way. So, speaking of that, we've got, so that's April, that's this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday at 2 o'clock. It's just a 45-minute performance.
Yep. Completely free, as always. So it's at Wesley, which is on the corner of Iowa and 4th. It's the big gray one. That's kind of catty corner from the catty corner from the old post office. It's probably in MCSA right there. But park in back, come on in. And how early do you guys open the gates?
I mean, for
Probably
a half hour for like an
hour,
afternoon concert.
Yeah, so like 1:30. Because here's the thing, you want to go in. Don't like try and just sneak in right at 2 o'clock. Right, go in, get your seats, sit down, relax, and just enjoy watching them get ready. I know when I watch the symphony, when they prepare, it's just, they're like this beehive, right? It's like this beehive of activity, and just watch how they put on these performances and watch what people are doing as they get ready. And honestly, you'll enjoy that sometimes just as much as the performance. I was talking with Darren, who does the audio for the symphony, and during intermission, each one of the artists is up there, and they're like doing their own thing to get like ready for the second half. And they're all playing, and I asked them, like, they're all playing something different. They're all just like doing their thing, right? But it sounded really cool. It was like this weird jet. So go enjoy those things. Like be in the moment, observe the things that are making the show happen, and you'll be amazed when you start watching those kinds of things. So this is April. This concert. What else do you have coming up in the Jackson Concert Series?
Yeah, next month, May 16th, Daniel Pak, who is a singer-songwriter based in Seattle, but originally from Oahu. He will be coming. Again, it'll be a 2 p.m. concert in partnership with this Quad City Arts Visiting Artist Series.
Yep. And then no concert in June, right?
Well, correct. Not for the Jackson Concert Series.
Right.
We do have a hymn festival on
Right.
June
Yep.
6th,
Which we're going to get to that in a minute.
Yep.
And but in July,
yes, you've
got Josh Duffy again.
Yeah, him and his big band will be coming back on Monday, July 29th at 7:30 p.m. for their annual Jackson concert. It's Josh has titled it Drummer's Delight. It's the music of Gene Krupa, Buddy Rich, and Louis Bellson. So you got to come out for that.
Yeah, that's an annual thing. It's just kind of like the ultimate end to the series, I think, every season. So speaking of June, we kind of jumped over a little bit because Wesley has its own event coming up.
Yeah.
And I should clarify. So like the Jackson Concert Series is like next to but not in Wesley, but 99% in Wesley, right?
Well, the concerts all.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's like it's not officially Wesley the church, but most of you aren't isn't everybody on the committee from? Yeah, so it's just kind of a little distinction there so people know. But so talk to us about the Hymn Fest.
Yes.
And then you've also got your summer camp coming up, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, yep. So Thursday, June 6th at 7:30 p.m., we're having a hymn festival. David Sherwin from the Twin Cities will be coming in. He's internationally known as a liturgical church musician. I actually got to spend about half a week more than a week with him about 5 years ago, just sort of doing a little mini internship up in the Twin Cities, and just incredible guy, incredible musician. And so we're gathering a festival choir, and then if you like audience participation, a hymn festival is the place for you because you're going to be singing hymns, back to back to back. So it's very much, everyone come on and sing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then, so when does the summer camp take place?
Yeah, that will be July 15th through the 19th.
So yeah, okay.
Yep. And I do want to put in a plug. The week of June 17th is Vacation Bible School as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wesley, so.
And so how does your Vacation Bible School work? Let's take a quick second and let everybody know.
That would be, I think it's kindergarten through 5th or 6th grade.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be more of a morning thing this year, but I don't have all the details.
Watch
yet.
their website. They do a great job of keeping their events up. And
Yep.
I think if I remember right, last year you could register online and all
Yep.
that other
Yeah.
stuff. So
For
just
that
watch for their website. They'll have it all.
Yep. So for summer music camp, it's students who have just finished kindergarten through 6th grade. The kindergarten through 2nd graders are kind of their own group. They, get ready for a program of songs. So we do the camp, Monday through Friday. Then Friday night there's a concert, and the older kids, 3rd through 6th graders who have just finished those grades, are presenting a musical. We're going to be doing a Technicolor Promise. It's about Noah and the flood, and mostly just kind of a lighthearted look at it. The animals kind of get angry at each other after 40 days in the ark, and so.
Yeah, I would imagine that doesn't seem 40 days cooped up in an ark. I'd have to imagine there's some unruly guys in there.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, and again, I can't compliment you guys enough, and I've talked with the committee before. You guys do a great job of consistent programming throughout the year. You coordinate it all very well, and folks, when you go, you'll enjoy it. And I've said this, I don't know how many times, and I'll say it again, even if it's not your thing, right? These are great ways to broaden your experience. You'll enjoy them, right? Even if it's not I'm not a musician, right? You don't have to be to enjoy this. You can go enjoy it, get exposure to something new, and still have felt like you got something. So,
yep.
And I think we've got one last clip that we can share. Can you kind of lead into this one for us?
Yeah, so this Wanees Zarour, he's based in Chicago and he leads multiple groups. This one is a group that I guess combines jazz with Maqam music, which is like Middle Eastern music, both highly improvisational.
Yeah, so Chris, if you'd fire that up, we'll leave that with you guys today. And remember to go attack the rest of the day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. See you soon.